So Bad It's Good is sponsored by our friends at Hims. Hair loss isn't just about hair. It's about how you feel when you look in the mirror. Hims helps you take back that confidence with access to simple, personalized care that fits your life. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/sobad. That's hims.com/sobad for your free online visit. hims.com/sobad. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Featured products included compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Folks, welcome to your week. This is So Bad It's Good. This is our pop culture roundup. We do this every week. We're starting a little earlier today, so I'm sorry if I'm not at my sparkle Megan best, but we are with our one and only, the co-host of the amazing Snarkbait, Sophie Ross Brooks. Sophie, what is up?
I feel like I need to make a mea culpa. Olivia Culpa.
The Culpa
Olivia
family?
Culpa. I need to make a mea culpa. People were really mad that I said The Family Stone is a bad movie.
Oh my God. You know what? There was a really big post in our Facebook group, and I'm so bad at, I know everybody's like, I really am bad at social media, you guys, because I'll look at it and then I'll get overwhelmed and I will stop looking at it. So I don't get to see all the posts in the Facebook group. I saw this one and it really was going off on our comments about The Family Stone last week in regards to Diane Keaton. Sophie, what is your mea culpa?
My mea culpa is that I enjoy The Family Stone. I watch it every year around the holidays for a reason. I enjoy it. I'm talking about critically speaking. It did not get rave reviews. It's technically not like a movie that people look at as like an Oscar contender or okay. It's not a critically acclaimed movie. It's very uncomfortable to watch at times. A lot of people don't like it, understandably, for very valid reasons. I like it. That's why I watch it. That doesn't mean it's an amazing movie. That's all I meant. I enjoy it.
I want to say also, who the fuck cares what I like? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I care but that's the great thing about pop culture is that movies that mean something to me have no meaning to other people. Like, I love this weird, like, horror film, The Lost Boys with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman because it was the first R-rated movie I talked my dad into letting me see. Like, so it has a special place in my heart. Other people, I've shown that movie to Rebecca and she's been like, I don't know about this. So the thing is, even if I feel a certain way about a movie, there's a reason why they're comfort movies, because they mean something to you. Like, all of pop culture means something. Like, I don't love the Kardashians, even though I talk about them a lot, but they are some people's comfort family. And even what I say or what anybody in the pop culture sphere, not the manosphere, the pop culture sphere, it matters to a degree, but we're sitting here trying to make each other laugh in a sense. And sometimes, I guess, making you upset, which is never the intent. But my God, if you want to love The Family Stone with all of your heart, do it. Like, that is so beautiful in a sense. But I hope you can understand it wasn't meant to anger or antagonize anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let me not. It's not even that I don't like something. Like, I like The Family Stone.
You watch it every year.
I watch it every year. I do like it. So I'm sorry for everyone that I offended.
Yes.
Truly.
No, I mean, but you know, I will say when posts like that happen, I am kind of like, I take it, you know, I'm like, oh, I hate to upset anybody. But then part of me is like, God, it's so amazing that somebody like feels something this deeply, because I think that's kind of what the point of all of this is to actually feel something. I would rather feel like happiness and positivity because there's so much negativity out there. So anywho, Family Stone, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to rewatch it this holiday season. I'm going to rewatch it. I will say that what I remember being upset about it was because, if I remember correctly, it dealt with breast cancer, and my mom had gotten a double mastectomy, and it kind of affected me in a weird way when I had seen it. But yes, Family Stone, Oscars this year, done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Let's get on to a family that I really dislike, but yet I am oddly fascinated with, the Kardashians. They are all of a sudden doing a full court press. We had a 6 month of like almost weirdly quiet. And now all of a sudden, you know, they're everywhere. Last night, Kim Kardashian was at the Academy, like the 5th anniversary Academy fundraiser, where everybody wears their most amazing outfits. And Kim Kardashian, she came, did you see this, Sophie? She came with a full face mask on.
Yeah, like what? Like, just be normal for once, Kimberly. Just be normal. She also wore the dress that she wore made it look like her ribs were like sticking extremely far out.
Or that somebody wrote this, it looked like she had quad boobs, like the 2 regular boobs and then the 2 rib cage boobs. It looked like 4 boobs. And somebody I've had multiple boobs on my body most of my life, and it's really been, it's been a struggle for me to get down to 3 to 2 boobs, but 4 boobs that 2 of those were her rib cage on top of the mask. And I'm sorry, Meredith Marks did it best that first season of Salt Lake City with the mask. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I think she was trying to channel Meredith Marks, did not pull it off.
Well, also, I mean, to be honest, it does remind me of that huge, long period of time where Kanye West wore a mask. And then it makes me think of like, Kim, you're just copying somebody else's look.
Like, just be normal for once in your life. Like, Kim will wear like a normal, I think to the All's Fair premiere, actually, she looked really good. And she was wearing a normal outfit. It's like, why can't she just dress normally? I feel like she would get a lot of, it would be the opposite of the shock factor. She's trying to go for shock factor, right?
Exactly.
I feel like it would be more shocking at this point if she dressed normally and looked really good.
But isn't it almost kind of like rage baiting in a sense, is that she's depending on us getting upset about it, which, congratulations, here's your attention. But to your point, if Kim just wore a really smart outfit from Old Navy, wouldn't we be talking about that even more of like, holy shit, she just pulled off that Old Navy outfit?
Yeah. I mean, the pube thong, the bush thong.
Oh, you guys, that was another thing on my list, is that Kim Skims, this is another rage baity thing, is that she is selling these thongs, these micro thongs or whatever they're called, and it has pubic hair covering all, and they're $38. They retail for $38. Sophie, how many of these are you going to buy?
You know what? I had to dip into my savings a bit. I'm trying to stock up. So I bought, a decent amount.
I mean, what upsets me too, just as a man, are these sold in men's sizes as well? Because I want to participate in the wearing of faux pubic hair to support Skims.
$38 is like nuts for no pun intended.
Well, the scary thing is she's of such kind of a popularity and fame. Are these going to sell out? Is this going to be like the, what was it? The goop candle that Gwyneth Paltrow did? What was it? Vagina candle?
Yeah, no, I would be surprised if, I mean, maybe people actually will buy it other than me, but it's really it's literally rage baiting. Like actually, this is like the standard definition of rage baiting.
I mean, do they sell these in baby sizes? Like, I mean, we're looking for baby outfits at this point. Is that too? Oh, that's too far. Oh, Kim made this. I actually said I was going to support the business, and now I've gone too far. It is early in the morning, folks. I do want to remind everybody. Okay, so anyways, she wore this nude colored face mask at this Academy Museum gala, and the thing that I wish we could see when this, like, I would love it if we had like backstage footage of this where she's just bumping into everything, where she's just bumping because she can't see. Like, it's like, oh, hey, Kim, and she's just bumping into walls. Like, that would actually make me love Kim if we saw the pain that goes into this shit,
Also, she still has full glam on under that. So it's she's wasting this glam. Also, on her Call Her Daddy interview, which I didn't listen to. I
saw clips.
I saw clips and read some recaps about it. She said that she spends close to, if not over, $1 million a year on glam, which isn't surprising, obviously, but
to be honest, I thought it would be more because I know they also spend millions on security, which is understandable, but I would think it was way more just because it's that's her daily existence is glam.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever paid for this is not joking. Besides your wedding, have you ever paid for glam?
We did for our Snarkbait cover shoot.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like a photograph that you get professional makeup.
A regular. Yeah, it's like the only times I've ever done it is when I'm going to be on camera for whatever reason. Like when I did
the documentary.
I actually did my own makeup for the Micah Stauffer one, but I'm talking about another one. And yeah, for that shoot. Otherwise,
okay.
For when I've been a bridesmaid, but for other people's weddings, whatever it is. But no, not for like a regular event. No.
Yeah. Well, moving on from one Kardashian member to a Jenner member, Kylie Jenner just celebrated 10 years of Kylie Cosmetics. And there's two stories in which I want to speak about with Kylie Jenner is she showed up at the party for her makeup brand. I think it was on Friday night. And it was a big event. But a lot of people are talking that she is so relatable now because she went out in a dress that showed major boob cleavage, but she showed bravely all of her stretch marks on her boobs. Did you see this?
So she's so strong and so
brave.
She
is so strong. But Sophie, my question to you is, we've never really seen a photograph like this of Kylie. So to me, this is by design because they don't do any. No.
Yeah,
Sophie.
No.
Okay. I thought you were shaking your head. Like they don't do anything not on purpose. So What is the purpose here? Is this the purpose is that she is relatable?
It actually pisses me off because it's the same thing with Kylie's scar. So it's like she will lie about the procedures she's had done and the photoshopping that she does and all of that. But it's okay. Look how, relatable she is because she has a giant scar that she shows off and does not Photoshop or put makeup on. It's the same thing. It's like, it doesn't make up for the fact that they are the least authentic, least natural or relatable people on the planet just because they have some stretch marks that they're
is Kylie trying to rebrand as relatable?
I think if she were trying to do that, she's not doing a good job. I think right now her rebrand is all about King Kylie, which is not relatable.
Well, that's the other thing is that she just released her single. It's called Fourth Strike, you guys. And here are some of the lyrics. Oh, baby, you can't stay mad at me. This body is my apology. Don't pay for the consequence when you look like this, when you look like this. One touch, baby. Do you like this? Bang, bang, kiss, kiss. Bang, bang, kiss, kiss. Turn you on like a light. Then you miss me like a flight. Messed up 3 times. It's all right. I'm on my 4th strike. It ain't over. That's a lie. Did this speak to you? You're a younger demographic than I am. Does this speak to the King Kylie era that we're celebrating from decades ago?
Shakespeare who?
Yeah, Shakespeare in Love. What?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like the King Kylie era for sure it was a moment in time that she is not able to replicate. Like, I feel like this single came out. Did people care? Not really. She also is back to, again, when we talk about relatability, she posted 4 diamond Cartier bracelets that I think cost like $60,000 each at least. She's wearing 4 at once, posting just her Cartier bracelets on Instagram. In this moment in time, it just feels different than it did in 2016. I feel like in 2016, we were like, yeah, sure. But now it's like, no, like we can't afford fucking groceries. I just spent $70 on like bread, milk, and eggs.
She's eating like gold eggs and things like this. No, that's a great point. But also, I was just thinking because I listened to the full song. And by the way, this song is so auto-tuned out of its own existence. And it's so like, the use of AI was used in this song. And I'm all for like, whatever art is in you, put out there. But I also want to say as a society, can we just say when something's bad? Can we allow things to be bad still? Because I was listening to this and, a lot of people were like, yeah, this is bad. My first listen, it was bad. My second listen, it was bad. My third listen, I was like, okay, but still bad. And then you see people online, including Tokyo Tony, Black China's mom, saying, oh, girl, this is good. No, it's not. And this is what I hate about like families like this is that they will pay to make this a hit. They will make sure this is a TikTok trend at some point. They will make sure that this is an earworm and it's going to make the life of a showgirl look like it deserves a Pulitzer at some point. But this is what's frustrating. It's like they do this with a tequila line. They're going to do this with All's Fair, is that this will eventually be some sort of hit or used in some sort of movie or TV show because they cross-brand, cross-promote everything. But it's just bad. And that's okay to have things that are just bad, right?
No, Ryan, we're not allowed to call things bad anymore.
See, it's like
we're not allowed, okay? When I talk about the life of a showgirl being bad, the
I will tell you, life of a showgirl keeps growing. I keep loving it. I like it more and more. See, I'm part of the problem.
You know, people might say that. Yes.
So Bad It's Good is sponsored by our friends at Hims. Hair loss isn't just about hair. It's about how you feel when you look in the mirror. Hims helps you take back that confidence with access to simple, personalized care that fits your life. Now I'm looking in the mirror. I'm starting to get a receding hairline. I'm seeing the hair and I'm not loving it sometimes. And that's where Hims comes into play, because Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medications, serums, and sprays. Doctor-trusted, clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. There's no hidden fees, no surprise costs, just real personalized care on your schedule. Think of Hims as your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted treatments for real health concerns all in one place. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/sobad. That's hims.com/sobad for your free online visit. hims.com/sobad. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Featured products included compounded drug products which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Some might say. But, the Family Stone, not allowed to say that, it's rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not allowed to say that. We are not allowed to call things bad anymore. Sorry.
Well, but this isn't even So Bad It's Good to me. I mean, So Bad It's Good started off as like this thing of like, well, it was so bad that I thought it was funny that I ended up loving it. Yeah. And this didn't even provide me a sense of humor. Like, this didn't provide me something that I could even laugh at. Like, remember when Kylie did the Rise and Shine to Stormy? When she sang like,
Rise and Shine.
And shine. To me, that was So Bad It's Good because it was so hysterical in the seriousness in which you could tell she took it. And I was listening to an interview with Kylie this week where she said, listen, it's been my dream to be a pop star my whole life. So like, why not just do it now? And I'm like, that is such privilege to be able to be a potential billionaire, even though she's not really a billionaire any longer, and then go, you know what, pop star, that was the actual dream. And then you think about like, where's Timothy in all this? Is Timothy gassing her up? Is he the one of like, girl, stretch marks, that's the new thing. You know, like, girl, I love you and I want you to be real. Where does Timothy play a part in any of this?
I don't know, actually. I feel like he's been like busy. I don't think he has time for these shenanigans.
He's shooting Dune 3 in overseas right now.
Yeah, he's shooting Dune 3 in Budapest. He is on the circuit promoting Marty Supreme, which there's a lot of Oscar buzz. I know there's always like Oscar buzz, but apparently they're saying this is the year.
They are saying, no, honestly, they are saying, you know, best actor is going to go to Timothée Chalamet, which I'm still a one battle after another person, but I want to see Marty Supreme. And it looks like, and it's so funny, it's a ping pong player that he plays. And I was reading this interview of like, he had ping pong tables delivered to every set of every. So I love him as Bob Dylan in his dressing room, like, yeah, I'm playing ping pong to train for Marty Supreme. Like, I love actors that take their work so seriously that he was like, had a ping pong like table delivered to every set he was on.
Yeah, he's method.
He's method, man. Okay, so moving off the Kardashians, sorry if that was like a boatload of hate. This was crazy. Denise Richards, we've been talking about this. She is in court with her ex, Aaron Pfeiffer's. And I said this the moment all of this started, like 2 months ago, that this is going to continue to get worse and worse. And Friday it did. Aaron Pfeiffer's was arrested directly after the court proceeding that day. And he said, I have not seen the criminal complaint yet. However, no, his rep said, I have not seen the criminal complaint yet. However, based upon the little that I have been told, it appears to be the same allegations we're already fighting, and I think proving to be false in the domestic violence case. So he was arrested because of domestic violence, and he immediately bonded out. I think he bonded out on $200,000, and he bonded out that night immediately. But I will say, it does look like he has been very abusive, but I have a feeling what scares me is we've seen this story before, is this is going to get worse. Like everybody involved, and I especially hope Denise has protection around her, because this man seems to be one of those typical men that do not want to be made a fool of and do not want to take accountability for their own actions. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's terrifying. He's terrifying. I mean, we even saw it on camera.
Yes. I mean, that's what that we see. I love when we see proof of things and we still try to find, and I think that that shows our innate goodness because we want to believe the best in people. But this is terrifying. And I'm so curious. He was arrested, bonded out. So I don't know what that all leads to because they were currently in court that day. And this is all based on money. It's all money because he is used to living a certain lifestyle because of Denise.
Yeah. I mean, oh my God. It's freaking dark. Yeah, I think of that Beverly Hills scene where he's squeezing her hand so hard that she is like, you're hurting me.
Yes. And then all of the pictures, like, I'm sorry, I just don't think that's makeup. And I just don't think isn't it funny how women tend to fall and run into doorways and like fall down way more than men. Yeah. And it's usually in situations like this. It's just like, well, the woman was really clumsy.
Also, can I just say that, like, falling down the stairs or whatever it is, you're not just going to get, like, a black eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're not. You're not.
You're going to have bruises like, everywhere.
Yeah. Hit your head, have bruises, but, like, a very, very, very specific black eye. No.
Well, I mean, this is another thing of like trying to live beyond your means and not having your own thing going for you. And some could say this in the case of Dr. Wendy and Eddie Osefo, who were arrested last Friday. They are released on bail as well. But you know what's so interesting, Sophie? I had people from that neighborhood reach out to me in the last, since this happened. And, this one lady in particular was like, what's so crazy about this is that we knew this was a sham from the start because we live literally in the safest neighborhood. Like, it's like, you just have to understand our neighborhood. We've never had anything like this happen before. And it's a wealthy neighborhood. So it's not like the Osefos are the only wealthy people. There are way wealthier people. In fact, if you look at their finances, they're actually not wealthy, but they really do have a lot of wealthy people in that neighborhood. And they said, the neighborhood vibe was that this was a sham from the start.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
No, by the way, I want to say when I get DMs like this, I'm not like, this is not verified. I'm not like, hold up your address on a piece of federal mail. Like but it is interesting that, I'll have people reach out to me and I'm not like a gossipy podcast. Yeah. I just complain about the Kardashians. But I will say that's interesting because in the neighborhood, you really do get the vibe of somebody. It's like, is your neighborhood getting broken into on a regular basis?
Yeah. And I mean, okay, so timing wise, this supposedly happened in April 2024.
Yeah.
This was never, ever, ever a storyline for her or covered on the show, which should have been a red flag.
Well, yeah, Doute was a whole storyline for multiple seasons.
Right. And it's like these women are always looking for storylines. Why would this not be a storyline unless they didn't want people prying and investigating because it was a sham, obviously. And it was, by the way, and I know we talked about this last week, the dumbest scheme and dumbest cover-up there's ever been.
Yeah, for somebody that leads with education and know-how, this seems so wildly bad in how they staged and planned it, allegedly. I do want to promote our buddy Gibson Johns, Gabbing with Gib, interviewed Dr. Wendy Asefo, I think over a year ago, and he asked her about this. And, she held true to this story. And, I think we are so willing to believe, and especially I think Dr. Wendy, I believed this when I first heard it. I didn't even question it at all because most people don't question these things about people. And I think if you're a housewife now and something illegal happens to you, we've got to question everything. And I think that's why the Bravo audience sometimes gets this kind of bad, oh, you guys are too intense because so many housewives have lied to us.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because is it like the sheriff or the lead investigator? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever it is that was like hosting the press conference about it, they were answering questions about it. And it was very obvious from the get-go. I know we talked about some of this last week. It was obvious from the get-go this was staged. They were lying. Like there was nothing about it that added up from day one. But it was so funny. One of the questions was like, would you treat this case, are you treating this case differently because it's a real housewife? Like, if this was an average person. And he goes, I don't care if it's a real housewife or a fake housewife. We treat everyone the same.
But by the way, most real housewives are fake housewives. That guy said something brilliant in that moment, is that, are there any real housewives like out there anymore? Or are they just now acting what they think the audience wants to see and what is going to promote their brands and things of that nature, And sometimes it works brilliantly. Like Salt Lake City this season, I think, is brilliant on so many levels. And at the same time, I can say I honestly probably don't know any of those ladies,
Yeah. Wendy's arc is just like, when you really think about it, it's kind of a Greek tragedy. Like,
Sophie,
she started out as...
Hey, Einstein, that's brilliant.
No, like she started out as, a very, very, very established, successful career woman, daughter of immigrants, just a great American success story. Exactly. And then she gets caught up in the fame and the attention and just the reality TV world. And then all of a sudden drops her career that she worked so hard for to sell candles and do a YouTube show. And then now look at her. Like it's such a Greek tragedy.
Well, it's like that Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you because literally. She was one of those where I was like, she has such an education, such an amazing pedigree that the only thing I held against her was that she decided to do this show in the first place.
Right.
Well, and I wonder if, Happy Eddie, I wonder if this has affected his cannabis line at all. Only time will tell. She is still on the BravoCon lineup, but no official announcement has been made. They moved Wife Swap a week. It was supposed to premiere last week. It premieres on Tuesday, and it premieres with Angie Katzenavas' episode. Still no word if they've cut her episode entirely, which was the premiere episode. Now, I did talk to Angie Katzenavas, and you guys will hear that interview on Tuesday. I guess I want to talk a little bit about Salt Lake City, because this week, to me, was a phenomenal episode. Mm-hmm. Did you agree, Sophie?
Yeah, I mean, no one's doing it like Salt Lake. It's one freaking lunch.
That's what's so great, when you can make a whole episode out of one static location. And it really was brilliant. There was like an upstairs, downstairs quality of going to Terrence the Intuitive and then going back to the table, following the ladies in. Multiple ladies are leaving the lunch. Lisa Barlow, like her vocal range to go from like saying something to just screaming is amazing. Angie Katzenavas was in a fugue state to the point where Whitney and all the ladies were like, no, we get it. She's ridiculous. And Angie Katzenavas could not hear them to the point that Mary Cosby got upset. It felt like a stage play at a certain point. And I mean that as a compliment.
No, it really did. It was, again, no one's doing it like them.
Do you feel weird, though, with the Intuitive that everybody was like, the Intuitive really told Bronwyn that your whole family's going to die. And then the Intuitive just told Heather Gay of like, do you have problems with your love life?
No, I think it was very obvious. They're not even trying to hide the fact that, like, research was done. Let's just say that.
By the way, if research was not done, we need to study this man. He needs to, this is an X-Men. So I'll tease the Angie Katzenavas interview a little bit. So she told me like there were things cut out of that and that Terrence told her the exact date the horse would be hurt. And guess what? Electra's horse was hurt on that date. Now, of course, Angie K was the one that hurt the horse on purpose. But no. But she said the horse was hurt, like the exact date. And that really wigged me out.
That's I mean, I saw a psychic named Karen Reese, who actually is the Summer House favorite psychic. And I wrote a story on her. So I got to like have a session with her. And the shit she knew was so scary. She was like, something's happening with your husband's leg. And Henry was at a bachelor party, got bit by a poisonous spider on his leg. And she told me that before it happened.
See, I feel like I could have been a psychic for these ladies with just like the things that we saw, because I could have like, just even watching 5 seasons of this show, I could have been like, Lisa, you know, your business, it's so, but like your relationship, I see something with John. And then Lisa immediately started crying. Like she won't tell the ladies anything, but this psychic says one thing and she immediately starts bawling and admitting everything.
Yeah.
We need to make this guy a friend of. Like this guy needs to come on every episode.
That was like so out of left field. I was just okay.
I mean, she's a live wire emotionally, and I think that's what we love. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. I pretty much love everybody on this cast.
Everyone is necessary.
Everyone is necessary. And I did ask Angie Katzendavis if I could buy the broken horse from that. I said, you are sitting on a gold mine. I said, if this is not in the Smithsonian already, I need to, and you just listened to the interview on Tuesday, you guys, but it was very exciting. It's interesting to talk to these people in those kind of situations. And she did, I will say, she did say she hasn't talked to Lisa Barlow in a while. So it doesn't look like things have mended.
Was she upset about the Us Weekly cover not being on the cover?
I did. See, I had such a limited time with her. I didn't get to, but I understand that because it was OGs on the cover. And so they were on the cover of the Us Weekly Reality TV Stars of the Year. And we had Sarah Hare on from Us Weekly on Tuesday. And they did this amazing photo shoot. She was on, I think, the other, like the folded out cover. And then Brittany Bateman, you guys, she came out in a swimsuit in an interview this week with Us Weekly because she wasn't on the cover.
Yeah.
The unhinged capabilities of Brittany Bateman, and she's doing a one-woman show in New York in December. This makes me want to move to New York.
I think you need to come.
You know what? I don't usually pull anything like this, but I don't know if Brittany has people, but I was kind of going like, maybe I could reach out because I'm sure it's sold out by now and say, you know, I'm press and I would love to do boots on the ground and do a whole episode about Brittany Bateman's one-woman show. And Rebecca's mom lives there. She'll be able to fly at that point. Like, I think it would be beautiful to go see this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, if I go, maybe you and Henry, want to go? Okay.
Henry would be so scared.
Oh, that's where we like to put Henry, is just deep fear.
Exactly.
Fear. Okay, so I talked about Aaron Pfeiffer's. Here's another man that seemed to depend on money from a famous person for most of their life. Is Kevin Federline has a new book coming out, I think this week. And I want to encourage everybody to not buy this book because every bit of information that you want about the book, he's already given us in interviews, and there's news stories done about this. Have you been following, or have you and Snarkbait been following all of the accusations by Kevin in this book about
I've
Brittany?
been following it, and I hate him.
I do too. I hate him. And by the way, it doesn't mean that some of these allegations aren't true, but I hate him in the sense that he stopped getting money recently, and now it is a tell-all with horrific information that hurt her sons on a deeper level, hurts Brittany on a deeper level, and it just lines his pockets. Yep,
exactly. He's such a piece of garbage.
But you know, he's making accusations that she would just stand in a doorway with a knife. He made accusations that she had lesbian love affairs. I don't give a rip. And also that Brittany's dad, Jamie, was a hero and he did not deserve the flack he got. And the Free Brittany movement really has done more harm than it has done good. Now, Brittany has made several Instagram posts from this, and even Brittany in this sense, because she brings up her sons in the Instagram posts and saying, you know, one son I only saw for 45 minutes in the last 4 years. I don't ever agree with bringing kids. It's like the Housewives. Meredith Marks screaming, "Don't bring in the kids!" Like, I don't know. What is your whole take on all of this? Because he seems to want to make it the public's business again.
I mean, right. It's kind of just a desperate grab for money and another way to profit off of his ex-wife because that's all he has. But it's really, really, really sad, not only for Brittany, but like you said, the kids involved. And I know they're pretty grown at this point,
grown, yeah.
But it's like, it's just disgusting. Like, even if what he's saying is true, why is rehashing this for the public? Why is that helpful for your family? He doesn't give a fuck.
No, it's not. I mean, this is a cash grab, and it's an obvious cash grab. Now, he was at the end getting $40,000 a month for a few years. It started off as $20,000 in the beginning in 2008 when Brittany hit the conservatorship, and then her child support payments increased to $40,000 a month. But he said he had the kids 100% of the time, which is true. But $40,000 a month for two kids, that's a real big lifestyle.
Yeah, I think you can survive off of that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, come on. We've all had months where like I survived on like $1,000 a month when I was first, or even less. I mean, obviously kids are involved, but my God, these kids were not on the public eye. They were not out there going to like party. I mean, maybe they were and I just don't know it, but I don't know. It was just really disheartening. And, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer to any of this is, but I just know that it's not a tell-all book.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good news. Trisha Paytas joins the cast of Euphoria Season 3. Are you excited about Euphoria Season 3 and Trisha Paytas being involved, Sophie?
I've moved on with my life.
You say that
I'm a
now,
different
Sophie?
person. I'm a different person than I was.
But then you'll see the preview for Euphoria Season 3 and you'll be back right there.
I don't even know what to expect. Aren't they supposed to? It's supposed to be like a flash forward.
Yeah, it's a leap. It's a time jump forward.
Oh my God. Like, who gives a fuck at this point? It's honestly the same thing with Stranger Things. I like all of the viral tweets that are like, who are the people behind Stranger Things again? The brothers?
The Duffer brothers?
The Duffer brothers. The Duffer brothers are like the final scene. It's something that we've been preparing for a really long time. It just will feel right. It's going to be really emotional. It's perfect. And everyone's like, oh, it's going to be 11 getting a nosebleed and doing this to a villain. And then the villain disintegrates. It's like, what new newness are you going to introduce? It's been 3 years since the last season. Why are we normalizing this?
Well, okay. Well, first off, creativity takes a long time, and there is an art to storytelling, and because by the way, the last season of Stranger Things, nobody thought it was going to be as good as it was because it was good. A lot of time had taken place, so
$50 million episodes, by the way.
I know, you guys.
$50 million.
$50 million episodes, and they're going to release it in 2 drops at Thanksgiving and Christmas, which I kind of think is brilliant in its own way. A lot of people are going to obviously be around their TVs. The final shot for Stranger Things should be all their knees blowing out because they're in their 50s now. These kids are like it's like them all like getting AARP things in the mail. That should be the final shot of Stranger Things.
No, but actually, it's like, why are you 45 years old? And like biking around in your little varsity jacket.
Yes. Yeah. It really is funny how little they were when this show started. Okay.
Crazy.
Speaking of
I saw a tweet that basically listed out all of the shows that have started and wrapped up their existence. That's not the right word. Since Stranger Things premiered. Succession. Yeah. Like, there are so many shows that have started and ended since Stranger Things.
That's a great article to do, Sophie, is like all of the things that have come and gone since the beginning of Stranger Things.
I mean, we're talking about King Kylie 2016. It was a different era.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, by the way, now I keep thinking about King Kylie's song again. And they should have had, if they were smart, they should have had Caitlyn in the AI mix of like, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, baby.
Wait, okay. Caitlyn makes her debut, or not her debut, but makes an appearance on the new season of the Kardashians.
Yeah, back on the Kardashians. She's in the trailer, and I just love like, you need a little me. This show fell apart. Woo! Let's go joyriding on the PCH. Woo!
I love how it's like, is it Lisa Rinna? Is it Caitlyn Jenner?
the Venn diagram of Lisa Rinna, Caitlyn Jenner is wild. Speaking of Bravo criminals, this week we got the announcement that the McBee dynasty has a season 3, but also that their dad, Stephen McBee Sr., was sentenced to 2 years in prison for fraud and a restitution of over $4 million. And cameras picked up, obviously. So it'll be interesting how this is portrayed, and maybe we'll give some guidelines on how Potomac covers Dr. Wendy. I mean, it is interesting. This man will be going to prison. He has to turn himself in by December. Some of the McBee dynasty will be at BravoCon. I don't know if their dad will be because it's in November. He doesn't turn himself in until December. But I mean, I think this will be a fascinating thing to cover on a reality show. Like what the realism of that.
What was his fraud? Like, what did he do?
He underreported his crops to get government assistance. And he underreported, so they got like $3,800,000 from the federal government.
Why do people think they can just like do that? And like they're going to get away with it and it's all going to be okay.
There is like a weird greed factor. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if Dr. Wendy's insurance things also said she underreported her soybean crop? It's like, you have a small backyard, Dr. Wendy. What are you talking about? But he's going to jail. Like, who knows? Maybe he'll get Hey, listen, George Santos got out over the weekend. So maybe Stephen McBee Sr. will get a pardon as well. We'll see. It is yet to be seen. But we also got news that, Next Gen NYC has officially gotten a second season and cameras are already up. Did you see this?
Oh, I'm so excited for the aftermath of, honestly, like, this is my Brangelina. I don't know if I'm ever going to move on from it, that Ariana and Hudson have broken up.
Yeah, Ariana Bierman and Hudson broke up. They were together like since they were kids. I think this was like a 10-year relationship, if I'm not mistaken. And we saw them together on the first season, and it looked like they had a really solid relationship. And there's been some rumor mill stuff that Hudson cheated on her. We saw a Roadway Moving sponsored Instagram post from Ariana saying that, I want to be famous enough to use Roadway Moving one day. But
you are, Ryan. I've seen people with less followers.
Okay, good. All right. I think I'm probably going to stay here for a while still, but hopefully one day when we move to it. Yeah. But the cameras are picking up. She's also moving in with Riley Burris from that Instagram comment,
I saw that.
Which is exciting.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited that because I was curious. I was like, why have we not gotten an announcement about season 2? But I love that we're going to see the aftermath. Also, her living with Riley, which I love. And then also, I think pretty much everyone is back.
Yeah, I think everyone, even Charlie is back. Even
Charlie is back, yeah.
Charlie's not on the BravoCon list because I think he's too cool for that. But no, I mean, it would take a long time for him to skateboard to BravoCon in Vegas because that's his primary. He's like, by the way, if somebody takes his speaker to BravoCon, he'll get there just to get the speaker back. That was a big storyline this season.
Oh my God, so funny.
But Georgia, she talked about her breakup over and I believe her ED as well, which is, so you could see that potentially being a storyline. So I'm really excited. Second seasons for a show like this usually are way better than the first. And I thought the first had so much promise.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
We're close to Vanderpump Rules, the reboot. Now, I've gotten some different information on Friday's episode. I was told by somebody in the know in that arena of production that the first time Vanderpump Rules will premiere is going to be at BravoCon, which would make sense because that's on the BravoCon list. It was originally scheduled for October 29th.
I know. I was going to say, I thought it was October. I was wondering that, but we still haven't gotten a trailer or anything.
Exactly. October 29th. And then I was told that the BravoCon, they're going to hold it and then it'll premiere in December. But then somebody sent me a Peacock screenshot saying that it was coming back November 1st. So I think that has to either be a misprint or I was given bunk information, which I don't think I was. But even think about it. We're halfway through October. Do you think this, the next 2 weeks, they're all of a sudden going to do a huge marketing campaign for Vanderpump Rules? They would have started a month out at least.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely, as far as I can see it, it's not coming out anytime soon because where's the trailer? Where's the marketing?
Yeah.
But I wonder why. I wonder why it's been delayed? Like, what's going on?
Well, I think all of a sudden Bravo had all this glut of shows, and then they realized BravoCon was coming up and they could do a premiere event there. I mean, I think it's like wanting to give a little space, between things. And obviously, I don't know. But listen, I have a feeling it's one of those shows. It already has so much stacked up against it that if we can get away from like thinking of it as Vanderpump Rules, which is impossible, we might enjoy the show kind of like, Next Gen, but who knows?
I mean, we all always say that. I feel like when a new show comes out, we're like, we don't care. Like Next Gen NYC, no one wanted to watch it. No one was interested. And then we all loved it. So
it's the normal thing.
I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah. But thank God, we might have reached an end in the Lala Kent Scheana Shay war of 2025 because Lala Kent says in a Page 6 article she refuses to speak about Scheana Shay as feud reaches point of no return. Lala in a Amazon Live said that she said, she did an interview with Page 6. Sorry. She said, I think I've said everything I need to say in this situation. And I'm not going to even discuss her at all. So let's hold Lala to this. I hope this is true. I'm happy if they stop talking about each other.
Is it bad that I feel bad for Ocean and Summer? Ocean and Summer were best friends.
Well, by the way, I think when you're kids, I don't know, when you're that old, like, I know you can pick up on the emotions of your parents, but they can still be buddies in school, unless like Ocean's sitting around like saying things like, you want to get popped, Summer Moon? You want to get popped?
Well, like, remember that video that Lala uploaded of Ocean calling her stepsister or half-sister a bitch?
Yeah, okay, and by the way, it was a darling video, but it was also kind of a horrific eye-opening video. But the other thing is, she still posted it. You know what I'm saying? She loved it enough to post it.
It's because she said, where did you learn the B word? And she said, Daddy.
Yeah, yeah. But by the way, somebody, maybe it was Christina Coca, I always say her last name wrong. She's a brilliant editor, but maybe it was her. But I saw a super edit of every time Lala said bitch on Vanderpump Rules, and it lasted like 3 hours long. So
you want to get popped?
Popped? I have a feeling like both Randall and Lala are to blame for her daughter Ocean saying bitch, but who knows? So
yeah.
Hopefully that is done. They are currently, I think they get back today from Mexico. They're doing a cast trip. Brittany got a mommy makeover, which, I saw her in a dress. She got smaller boob implants, and it didn't look like she had the little blood receptacles that you have to carry to like drain the liquid from everything.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, at this point, nobody can argue with me that Lala isn't full time. She's at every cast event, and she's on the Mexico trip as well.
I mean, like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not happy about it.
No, I don't think anybody's happy about it. And I'm curious if you're somebody like Lala that I think a good portion of the Bravo audience really dislikes, how you go into a season when you said you're the softer side of somebody, but I expect that you are expected to not be the softer side of Lala on a show like that. So and I think also she's really good friends with Janet. So Janet needed backup because so it'll be interesting to see how all of this plays out.
She's just so disingenuous. She is going to say and side with whoever she thinks the audience will side with.
Yeah, kind of.
My God.
I mean, that's how it always seems to be. Okay, moving on. Julia from Real Housewives of Miami, they just released the third part of the reunion, and it was good. They unfortunately didn't go back to more conversations about Julia and Adriana hooking up like they did in the second episode. It was still good. I just want more conversation about that. But
do you miss this pussy?
Yeah, do you miss this pussy, Adriana said. Do you miss this pussy? That's my great imitation of Adriana. But immediately after the third part aired, People magazine released an article saying that Julia is seeking treatment for PTSD after her explosive outburst on Real Housewives of Miami, saying it was a cry for help. Now, I said this on Friday's episode. The caring part of me says, oh, good for her. It's good to recognize behavior that you see of yourself on TV. The evil part of me says, wow, the timing of this, you're just trying to save your job.
Yeah. I mean, I don't watch Miami, but yeah, it seems like that's the case.
I mean, I think next season you got to watch Miami. It was really good. And especially
I feel really left out.
Yeah. Well, you can change this at any moment, Sophie. Did you watch the 2-episode drop of Love is Blind?
Wait, the two?
Didn't they release 2 more episodes this past week?
Ryan,
yeah.
Obviously.
Okay, well, you acted like I was like an alien or something.
What? Because you were like the 2-episode drop. Yes, I watched every single episode of the new Love is Blind season. I'm caught up.
Okay, and what do you because we just have the wedding and the reunion to go. What do you think?
Okay, so we don't see. I'm actually, maybe I'm in the minority that I'm rooting for Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan. I'm rooting for them. I think they are mature and have a good
I am
communication
not rooting
style.
for them, no.
Well, I feel like most people aren't. I am,
Yeah.
okay? And they are not in the wedding preview. So either they don't even make it to the aisle, or this is what I'm hoping for. They decide because a child is involved, Jordan's son, that they are going to continue their relationship without rushing into marriage and just continue their relationship because I like them together.
Yeah.
Everyone else, no one should get married. I think the Annie and Nick breakup was really scary to watch.
Yeah.
She scares me. So she was clearly really drunk when she was like, but I love you. I love you.
Yeah,
I love you.
no,
I love
just
you.
don't even say no. Don't even say, I don't need a yes or no right now.
She like wouldn't let him break
I
up with her.
know.
And then Madison and Joe, and Madison goes, what is it about me? Why? Why don't you want me? And it's like, what is with these women like begging? Just like they don't like you. It's sad, but like have some self-respect.
But also, I wish these women could see what we see, that these men are dorks.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like there's no reason to cry over these men. You know, it's all the cameras and the lighting have made your brain mush, and you think that these are like catches in some way, and they're just not. This should be illegal to actually get married from Love is Blind or any reality show at this point. But with the Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan, I think it's also that, you know, when she said like, oh, let's just go take a big vacation overseas or whatever, and he's like, dude, I have a kid. Like, I can't just drop everything and go. I think that's really the crux of an issue. And to me, that was fascinating because that's a very real issue.
Oh, for sure. I think that there are lifestyle differences there. Are they willing to work around them? I hope so. I'm rooting for them. But yeah, I think that we need to quarantine Denver until we figure out what the hell is going on.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Denver is under a quarantine right now because of Love is Blind. I haven't checked the news today, but I think, yeah, and I have a lot of loved ones that are really scared right now. So just hang on, you guys. The one that was it Casey, the one that wasn't attracted to that dude and lied to?
Yeah. So apparently, Madison went on a podcast and said that Casey and Joe apparently hooked up after the show, and she was like all over him at a bar when they met up with the Pod Squad. The Pod Squad.
I hate when they call it the Pod Squad.
I know, I hate it. It's so stupid. But that's why Madison during the breakup was like, this is very suspicious that it's coming right after we met, you know, all of the other people from the pod. Are you trying to pursue something with one of them?
Yeah.
And we didn't get that context because it wasn't on camera, that Casey was all over Joe. And then they did in fact hook up. And then Joe now is in a new relationship. And his new girlfriend went on like a podcast.
Went on a podcast to like be a spokesperson for him.
Like, why the fuck? But you like, I'm so confused.
Well, I mean, remember, this was shot 2 years ago, so I think they always fail to leave out a lot of that context, as a lot of life can happen in 2 years.
Sure, but like, we don't care about her. She's not on the show.
I know. It's like, it's a new character
who are you?
that we've never, like, if we were supposed to, like, give a shit all of a sudden.
Yeah, literally, who are you?
Yeah, so the wedding episode will be fine. And the reunions always disappoint me. Like, I've never watched a fascinating Love is Blind reunion. Would you agree, or has there been a good... I mean, the last one was better than the previous ones.
I mean, the reunion will be interesting for me to hear the status update on Jordan and Sparkle Megan, because I'm telling you, there is a chance, I think, just in the way that he apparently has talked about her on podcasts, and the way that he talks about her in the present tense. This isn't a spoiler. This is all speculation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anything for sure. But it sounds like they might still be together in real life, which, yay!
Yeah.
I'm the only person rooting for that.
No, listen, I mean, if that actually would make a lot of sense, because that would show that they actually respect their relationship of let's see how this works in the real world. And if they're together 2 years after they filmed this, then hell yeah, then it's like the real deal.
Yeah.
A couple of more things before we let you go. Wait, I forgot to, on Salt Lake City, I forgot to say, so they said, who is Soup Man? But a lot of people are like, Suit Man, Suit Man, S-U-I-T instead of Soup, S-O-U-P.
Yeah, they're saying Soup Man because Meredith Marks goes, wasn't there a Seinfeld episode, the Soup Nazi?
Yeah.
They're saying Soup.
Soup. So a lot of people are saying suit, and then I got an email this week that I love saying Soup Man is code like it's not about the pasta. And I don't think it is in reference to cocaine at all, but I love the thought. I love the thought of that. And so thank you for emailing me that because it did make me laugh. But I don't think Angie's blowing lines with Soup or Suit Man. You know,
No.
or that's in reference to cocaine at all. But I love the energy behind that thought. Also, rest in peace to a real one. This week, MTV has officially signed off. They have shut down their music channels after 40 years. They have closed down the rest of their music channels, and they are just keeping MTV as a reality TV channel. So they are no longer in the music video business. And this is 40 years. I mean, this is really sad in some ways, but I'm like, yeah, I haven't considered you a music video channel in a long time.
Yeah, I didn't know they were even still doing music videos. I thought they're just a ridiculousness channel.
Well, they had channels like MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, and Club MTV and MTV Live. Those were all broadcasting channels that I wasn't really aware of. And so they are shutting down all of those, and they will just be a reality show network in a sense.
A ridiculousness network.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this has been, the ridiculousness is a huge moneymaker for them still. Like, it's the only moneymaker, that and like Jersey Shore.
Honestly, that makes me really sad. Like, I think about growing up, and I was obsessed with watching the music videos every morning on either VH1 or MTV. Like Simple Plan. Like, I loved all of the music videos.
And the MTV Music Awards was so exciting. Like, there was a time where I really gave a shit, and it really had culture. Like, I remember being a kid and finding out Kurt Cobain died from Kurt Loder. I remember, MTV News was like that. I felt like I was in on something. I was a part of something. And so it is sad because we still have music, but yet music videos and that network, it kind of further separated. And I think most people watch music videos on YouTube now, but it's still just not the same. There's no monolith. Like, MTV was a monolith station in terms of everybody was talking about what was on MTV, and the conversation is now spread out to 30 billion different other things in other ways.
Yeah, it's sad.
Also, Selena Gomez hits back at Hailey Bieber's latest dig. She can say what she wants. The billionaire beauty moguls are fighting again, according to Page 6. Selena Gomez responded to Hailey Bieber's apparent dig in her now-deleted Instagram post shared early Saturday morning. Just leave the girl alone. She can say whatever she wants. Doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance, not intelligence. Be kind. All brands inspire me. And there is room for everyone, and hopefully we can all stop. And this was... did you see this?
I'm going to say something controversial. I think that both of them need to grow up.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of in this Arrested Development where they are stuck at the age where they, where I
dated Justin Bieber.
Yeah, exactly. They're still in that baby. They're still in this little kid way of handling things, even though they have billion-dollar empires. And, Justin Bieber is celebrated for going to a community basketball game. And yet these women are pitted against each other that he hooked up with,
It's tedious at this point. And I think I read tidbits of Hailey Bieber's interview, and did
you think it was egregious what she was saying?
Honestly, no. It was pretty innocuous. There was something where she responded, I don't compare myself to people I'm not inspired by, or something like that, which could be a dig at Selena. It's I don't know. I think it was fairly innocuous. I think Selena responding on her Instagram stories, obviously, I had only heard about it when Selena responded. Otherwise, it was kind of a nothing burger.
Yeah.
So it's Selena's just drawing more attention to it, and she knows what she's doing. And it's just
Selena, you just got married in this beautiful, classy, ceremony. It was so beautiful. At this point, just don't mention it ever again. Even people are going to want to draw you in or rage bait you, but you just don't have to. You don't have to do this. But maybe in a sense, it's one of the only things that keeps her a real person in her own mind, because everything else is so highfalutin in their lives that this kind of petty anger, you can hold on to it and it can make you feel like a human, if that makes sense.
I guess, yeah, that actually does kind of make sense, but I'm over it.
Yeah. Okay. Also, Prince Andrew gave up his title over the weekend, including Duke of York after discussions with the king. This is obviously stemming from Jeffrey Epstein. Sarah Ferguson, his former wife, will no longer be known as the Duchess of York. Their daughters, Beatrice and Eugenia, will continue to have the title of princess, though. I didn't realize this motherfucker still had his title. Like, I thought, how did we not get how did he... Anyways, why do you think he gave up his title now after all these years?
I think it means something is coming. Like the Epstein list, maybe?
Sophie, I shit you. This is literally what Rebecca said to me last night. She goes, it means something's about to drop.
It means something's coming, for sure.
Okay, because I was just like, damn. I was like, why give it up after all this time? You were like skating by, but...
Ryan's in denial that the Epstein list is coming because he's a little scared.
Yeah. All I'm saying was that it was a free trip to an island. I'm very pale. I had no clue women were there. I thought it was a bro trip. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
you thought it was a boys trip.
I was doing SpawnCon for like a fucking company, and I didn't post because then people were like weird about it. I'm so sorry. No, nothing of like this should be joked about, but like it is interesting to see if something drops from this.
I think that's what's happening. And he's keeping the prince title. It's just his Duke of whatever. Duke of York.
Well, no, I thought he was getting rid of, like he was taking, everything was taken away from him.
No, I think that like he literally is just by birth Prince. Like that's his name. That's why it's being reported Prince Andrew, because what else do we call him? Andrew?
Yeah.
Just Andrew, like Zendaya.
He's rebranded to a one name. Just, I will go by Andrew from here on out.
No, like he's Prince Andrew. He's just not Duke of York or like His Royal Highness, I think.
Yeah. No,
I don't know. I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah.
British baddies, will you explain
I know.
it to us?
By the way, we do have British baddies. Like that, I mean, like, that is no joke. We have a lot of overseas baddies, which always blows me away. And finally, what's coming up on Snarkbait this week, Sophie?
Ooh, I'm excited for this one. We're doing a deep dive on, this actually feels relevant, Justin Timberlake.
Wait, is he back in the news right now? I mean, I remember
we were talking about Brittany earlier.
Oh, duh. Because, guys, one of the things in the Kevin Federline book is that allegedly at the wedding, he caught her calling Justin Timberlake. Brittany.
I mean, like, poor Brittany. Like, Justin, Kevin Federline, Sam who's on the Traitors.
Sam Asghari, yeah.
God, she just can't catch a break with these fucking pieces
Remember
of
Sam
shit
Lefty,
men.
her weirdo manager with the baseball cap?
Yeah, and then even Jason Alexander, the guy that she was married to very briefly, like came to her defense. I'm like, okay, maybe Jason is like better than we thought.
Jason Alexander, remember, he showed up at her, like, the Sam Asghari wedding. Like, remember, he's all, like, kind of looks cracked out, and he was, like, spouting QAnon shit.
Yeah. He's weird. Never mind.
Very weird. But then Brittany was with that one, her agent for a while. I'm forgetting his name, but he seemed like a good influence. If you remember that one dude, like during the pre or the post. I don't know. Anyways, he seemed like a good guy. I'm trying to remember his name. So you're doing that on Snarkbait. Did you get any feedback from the Corey Gamble episode? Did anybody from the Kardashians reach out?
Can you imagine? No, but
he was there on the red carpet with Kris Jenner last night at the Academy thing. So he's still in the mix.
He is still the Kardashian fixer. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Do I need a fixer?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, if Corey called you guys tomorrow and said, I need you to take down the episode, but I promise to make you a Call Her Daddy level podcast within the year, what would you do? What would you do?
I feel like he doesn't have that kind of power. I think that he would have the power to kill and hide the bodies of one of my enemies.
Okay, so what if he does this? Take down the episode or I will kill you. What do you do? What do you do?
No. If he's like, take down the episode and I will take down one of your podcast nemesis, I'll fix it for you. That's what he does. I think he takes, I mean, this is all alleged, you guys, obviously. I think that he is capable of taking people out.
Yeah, like later on this week, I'm in a dark alley and Corey's there and he's like, I'm sorry. Sophie just said she really needs that hour on Sunday, and it kind of just, she just wants the hour. Sorry, bro. Bam, bam.
You're in a dark alley by yourself. It's like a kind of a just, rainy night.
Yeah. My thought would be, though, it would be sad that my final thought would be like, oh, cool, Corey Gamble just killed me. Like, that'd be like, whoa, like, that's a great pop culture story. That's insane. And then I did want to say this to you, Sophie. I told the audience this earlier this week. So Rebecca and I went to a Rilo Kiley concert this week, and she's obviously not drinking or doing anything, obviously, because she's pregnant. And I don't really mess around with weed or edibles too much. Or soup. Yeah, no. And she goes, I didn't want to drink. And she goes, why didn't you take an edible? And we had this Into Cloud sponsor last month, and they sent me a big box of like edibles and stuff, which was like crazy. I didn't even know you could get it in the mail. And she's like, just take one of the edibles. And so I just opened up the thing and just took one, and it was like a gummy. And we get to the concert and I take it, and dude, I was in space. Like I had never been this high in my life. And I was like, God, this is a 5 milligram edible. What the hell is going on? It was like fun, but I was in the moon. I was thinking about everybody in my life flashed through my eyes.
Yeah.
And then I got home and I was still high. I was supposed to record the podcast, and then we watched 2 hours of Dancing with the Stars at like 11 o'clock at night with Rebecca even stayed up late with me. And it's sad because she was like, you're so much more fun on edibles. Like you were just she's like fighting. And then she goes, let's see, like, how much was that? It was a 20 milligram edible.
It was 20 milligrams?
20. The most I've done was 5 milligrams.
Ryan.
Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
I still feel it it was Tuesday. I still feel it in my body, you guys. Because I just thought, because it was a pack of these. So I didn't think they were doing 20 milligrams. Guys, I am such a lightweight, even though I'm a big guy. And I saw God that night. I mean, like, true, it was insane.
I mean, 20 milligrams, anyone will see God. But that's what happened to me lately when I get high. That's why I haven't gotten high lately, and I used to be a pothead, is that I get so literally every single embarrassing thing that I've ever done, every single person, every single bad thing that's ever happened flashes in front of my eyes.
Yes. Oh my God. I mean, there was this mixture of being extremely paranoid, extremely negative about my own life. And then I would dip into the concert and be like, oh, wow, this is amazing. This concert's amazing. And then I'd go back to how am I going to raise a daughter? How's that going to work? Oh my God, I'm going to be so old when she's 18, 19. Oh my God, I'm not going to have that great period of time when you're 25 to 35 where you really fall in love with your parents. I was like, I got to take care of myself. And I feel like I'm dying right now. That was the thoughts going through my mind.
Oh my God, stop. That just made me really depressed.
Well, no, I mean, it was funny in retrospect.
I always think about how I'm going to be 85 years old at my kid's high school graduation.
That's what I said. I said, I'm going to be the old dad. I'm going to be the old dad. And then she's going to get made fun of at school for having the old dad. So I need to make sure I can act like I can move. And so those were the thoughts going through my mind at the concert.
Oh, God, that's really sad.
Okay, great way to leave you guys. Sophie's off on a little trip, and go support Snarkbait. Their Patreon's amazing as well. And Sophie, anything else coming up that we didn't know about?
On our Patreon, we're doing a little deep dive on Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, and Ashley Tisdale on Patreon this week.
Oh, that's cute and potentially scary. Why do you think Zac Efron hasn't showed up to Dancing with the Stars yet? People said he's working, but Dylan Efron's doing really good. Why hasn't his brother come to support him yet?
I don't know. He's probably on a yacht somewhere.
I knew you were going to say that.
You
He's
set
not a
me
yacht
up
boy.
for it.
He's not a yacht boy. Zac Efron.
Didn't say that. Did I say that?
But you said yacht, and there's always been a rumor that he's a yacht boy.
No.
Can't somebody just be really good at he's a great actor? Have you seen that?
I love him I loved Iron Claw. Can't someone just go on? Maybe he enjoys yachts,
Yeah, if you get a free yacht, you're gonna go on it.
That's what Ryan. That was Ryan's
Yeah,
he was like, what? It's a free private plane to an island.
Me and Zach were sitting there on Epstein's Island going, what did we just get roped into? Zach's like, yeah, I fucking love the ocean. I love islands. And then we didn't know at all that it was Epstein Island. Anyways, yeah, fuck Jeffrey Epstein. Fuck everybody on the Epstein list. All of it. Just to make it clear, go listen to Snarkbait. And Sophie, have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm going to wake up now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.